What's up, guys? So why do I still use FSX 2020 from time to time to work on my game in my simulator when it is somewhat outdated at this point? FSX Play is the latest and greatest from Foresight. The graphics blow this out of the water. So why do I still go back to it from time to time? And it's pretty much just from one feature. So here I am playing the front nine at Willowcrest on FSX 2020, and the feature that I love is the ability to do an instant video replay along with all the club and ball data without even pressing a button. So after every swing, it will pop up and show me my swing, my ball data, my club data, all of that stuff, and I don't have to do anything. It is basically instant feedback for me, and combined with a swing camera, I find it to be incredibly useful. If you haven't seen it, I have a video on my channel on how to use your iPhone as a swing cam with FSX 2020. It's pretty simple, and that's what I use. The quality isn't great, but it's almost free, just using my iPhone and a single app to do this, and I find it to be, just good enough. I have no issues with it. So as you can see here, I am playing the front nine, and what I was doing on this particular day, it was a couple weeks ago, I was working on my swing before I played this, and I was working on something specific. And I wanted to see if I played around and took my focus on the round, if this kind of swing issue would creep back in, and it definitely did. And I was able to see it without having to do anything because of this feature. So what I was working on, just so that you know, was my transition at the top. Sometimes you'll see that the shaft at the top will go vertical, and I will have to use my hands to kind of reroute it back shallow. And I was working on this particular day on just trying to keep the shaft on the same plane back and through in transition. You will notice, I think I've already done it so far in this round, that it kind of creeps back in. And anyways, that's what I was working on this particular day. And I found it to be so much more useful to kind of see this during my round. So you can change these settings. You can change it to show each of these screens that replays between the video, the ball data, the club data, all of that stuff. You can turn it on and off, each of those screens. You can play them for different amounts of time. I found that the video screen works best at about 7 seconds, 10 if you wanted a little bit longer. But yeah, you can adjust all of that in the settings, and I love that I don't have to walk over to the computer and click anything. It just brings it up after every screen. I'm sorry, after every swing. So, this is one thing. I don't know if any of you noticed this, but whenever I first started out practicing at home, I was just using the FSF Golf app with Mevo Plus, and that's just a basic driving range. And after a few months, I kind of got the feeling like, I'm just beating balls here. And, playing golf and trying to score is something totally different. And that's whenever I decided that, if I'm going to practice at home, it would be very beneficial to actually play courses. And so that's whenever I kind of went down the rabbit hole, and that's a whole nother story. But I feel like this is a really good example of trying to play golf, but also getting that instant feedback without having to do anything. So, on this particular day, I was focused on trying to play the round, but I was also getting that feedback. So the other thing I'll point out is that I am using auto putt. I find that just to be more efficient with my time, rather than setting up the picking my line and the speed and all that for my putts, and it just adds time to the round if I'm just working on my ball striking and just want to complete the round. I find that auto putt is generally pretty fair and still makes it feel like I'm trying to score even though I'm not putting. So most of my rounds in the simulator I do leave on auto putt just because I'm trying to make the most of my time. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. On this particular round, you'll see that my score in the top left corner right now, I am at negative 0.4 auto putt. I believe it just kind of, depending on your distance from the hole, once you're on the green, it assigns you a number of putts, and that can be anywhere from 1 to over 2, and like 1.5, 1.7, depending on how likely you are to 1 or 2 putts. So I do find that it is still somewhat fair and not completely random or anything like that. So it is still useful when trying to score. And one of the things about these screens that pop up, once you've been using it for a while, you'll kind of notice where to look when you're looking at specific numbers. You can't intake all of those numbers at the same time, but sometimes I just check my club path, my starting direction of the ball, the horizontal launch angle or side angle, whatever it's called here. And I definitely look at it's called push pull. And I definitely look at my side spin all the time. So yeah, you just kind of train your eyes and you see some things. Now, you may notice that on some of the swings on the club data screen, I'm not getting like impact location or all of the data. It's just because I don't have the 4 reflective stickers on all of my clubs. So I have it on driver, you're definitely going to see that, but that looks like, what was that? Looks like a hybrid. Probably don't have them on my hybrid. So anyways, if you see any data missing, it's just because I don't have all of those stickers on. So, doing okay here, basically around even par. I'll try to look at some of my swings here on out and point out if I see that flaw that I was looking for. And the other thing to mention is that at any point, if I wanted to stop and look at my video replay more closely, all I have to do is go over to my laptop and move the mouse on that screen, and I can slow it down to 1/4 speed, half speed. It's actually on half speed by default. I can pause it, I can move it frame by frame, I can draw lines. I can do all of that if I want to, but I don't really have a need for it. I just want to see that replay. I feel like I'm able to hit the shot and immediately, without doing anything, see a video of what I just felt. I think it's really one of the best features of FSX 2020. Now there is other software out there. I've never used Swing Catalyst, but that is a third-party software specifically for video. But I am experimenting now with the Unicore iMini. The Unicore software has some really good video capture in there that's probably more advanced than this. I haven't really gone completely into the video stuff with Unicore, but I find that this is all that I need. And I haven't found anywhere that has this kind of automatic replay feature. Everything else, you still have to go and click on the screen or leave the video screen up where you can't see the ball flight. You just see yourself on video. All of that is fine, but like I said, I find that not having to touch anything and just getting that instant feedback is the most beneficial to me. Now, this works on course play. It also works on the driving range if you just want to do that. But like I said, I find a lot of benefit to using this while I'm actually playing around. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Looks like I am on number 9. I will sign off here and let you watch me finish the last hole. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.